Hi, my name is Ashley and I will be doing a management plan on Banff National Park. Banff National Park is Canada's oldest national park that was established in 1885. During the 1870s, construction of the Canadian Pacific Railway, which is known as CPR, began with the goal to create coast-to-coast railway for Canada. During the development, 3 construction workers discovered a cave containing a series of hot springs on the eastern slopes of Alberta's Rocky Mountains. After having a discussion about ownership, the springs and its surrounding areas were labeled Canada's first national park by 1885 to protect the hot springs that were discovered. The name Banff derived from 2 prominent CPR employees who had been born in Banffshire, Scotland. A hotel was created called the Banff Springs to promote Banff in the Rockies as a tourist attraction to increase rail travel. Banff is one of the world's premier destination spots containing valleys, mountains, glaciers, forests, meadows, and rivers. It began the focus of foreign tourists who wanted to experience the wilderness as well as stay in the CPR's strong string of luxury hotels. Banff became a popular tourist attraction all year round with guides and tours who were created for tourists to experience recreational activities such as hiking to mountain peaks in the summer and downhill skiing in the winter. Banff National Park is among the most popular tourist destinations in Canada. Banff National Park is located in the Rocky Mountains on Alberta's western border with British Columbia and the Alberta Mountain Forest ecoregion with numerous glaciers and ice fields, dense contiguous forests, and alpine landscapes. The Trans-Canada Highway, also known as TCH, passes through the park from eastern boundary New Canmore, the town of Banff, in Lake Louise, and into Yoho National Park in British Columbia. The main commercial center of the park is the town of Banff in the Bow River Valley. This is a map of Banff National Park. The Canadian Rockies consist of several northwest, southwest, southeast trending ranges. The main ranges form the backbone of the Canadian Rockies, while the front ranges are located east of the main ranges. The Rockies are composed of sedimentary rock, including shale, sandstone, limestone, and quartzite that originated as deposits on the continental shelf. The geological formations of Banff range in age from Precambrian time to the Jurassic period. Banff National Park consists of many mammals ranging from ones that are commonly known to others and ones that are becoming more extinct. Some of these include grizzly bears, black bears, lynx, northern river otter, and wolves. These species are the primary predatory mammals in the park. In the valleys of the park you can find elk, mule, and deer. Moose can also be found sticking primarily to wetland areas near streams. In the alpine region there are mountain goats, bighorn sheep, and pika. Other mammals include beavers, porcupines, and chipmunks. One of the rarest mammals found in the park is the caribou, with only 5 that were to be in existence and counted. This is a picture of grizzly bears crossing the highway. I'm going to skip this slide. Banff National Park spans 3 ecoregions including montane, subalpine, and alpine. Given its location in the montane, the most ecological productive ecoregion in the park, and at the intersection of several major valleys, the area is important for a variety of wildlife. Many species of amphibians, birds, and mammals are found only in the montane. The montane is critically important for wintering ungulates and their predators. In addition, its major east-west and north-south wildlife movement corridors are essential for the long-term genetic diversity and migration of many species, as well as for the ability of the larger Rocky Mountain ecosystem to adjust to climate changes through dispersal of various species. I'm going to skip this slide. This is a picture of an animal crossing bridge along the highway so that animals can cross it safely. Banff National Park provides a wide range of recreation opportunities. There are activities available to visitors all year round in both the winter and summer seasons. These activities include camping, historic visitor attractions such as the hot springs, also provides trails for hiking, steady lake for canoeing, great mountains for climbing and mountain biking, valleys for horseback riding, and scenic drives. With great amount of recreational opportunities for visitors, the chances of conflict with land, wildlife, and other visitors can occur. Human impacts can be made through hiking and especially camping, affecting the land and the wildlife in the area. Also, visitors' preferences, which I will talk more about later on, can cause issues regarding overall visitor satisfaction due to the amount of people in the park. I'm going to skip this slide. Conservation versus preservation. Banff National Park focuses on conservation over preservation. The park addresses existing and future conservation and restoration challenges while increasing opportunities for visiting, involvement, and understanding of ecosystem management. Conservation is implemented so that visitors can experience, appreciate, and celebrate the heritage of the park. Conservation helps to better the overall experience of visitors, providing them opportunities to enjoy the natural rhythms of the land and its wildlife, the art and literature it inspires, and the traditions of wilderness adventure. The management objectives for Banff National Park focus on ecological and commemorative integrity and visitor experience and education. Positive contributions include maintaining or improving conditions for grizzly bears, caribou, bison, and other wildlife species, and improving aquatic and vegetation resources. The park looks at satisfying and reaching visitor expectations through improving trails, campgrounds, and providing more recreational opportunities while at the same time protecting the heritage of the park. Several hundred volunteers each year contribute thousands of hours of time to a wide variety of work, such as resource monitoring, trail repairs, litter cleanups, providing information to visitors, and serving on management advisory groups. I'm going to skip this slide. I'm going to skip this slide as well. This is a picture of the town of Banff. Banff National Park's visitation levels fluctuate from year to year, depending on various economic and market factors. The highest number of park visitors was over 3.3 million in 2007 and 2008. Each year, more than 4 million additional travelers pass through Banff on the TCH without stopping to visit. The town is the most visited part of the park, with at least 80% of park visitors spending some time in the community. There is also a population of over 8,000 permanent and seasonal residents who live in the town of Banff. With the park's main focus to attract more visitors, there has been talk of expanding and developing more trails, hotels, and recreational activities to better suit the needs of the people. This is a concern because building on the natural beauty of the land takes away from the meaning and history that the land once had. However, with the desire to attract more people, the only concern that the park seems to have is on making it a better place to satisfy the needs of the visitors. Banff National Park Management Plan seems to have a major concern on the impacts that the park has on wildlife. These impacts include both direct and indirect factors. The direct impact is the TCH that runs through the park. This highway is creating a hazard for wildlife species, especially grizzly bears, by limiting their habitat. Also, there is an indirect impact that is occurring through the constant traffic and noise that is coming from the highway. It is creating a disturbance not only to the wildlife, but to the overall experience for the visitors. For Banff National Park, I have chosen to talk about VERP from the frameworks presented by Plummer. I feel that VERP, Visitor Experience and Resource Protections, would be the most effective model to use because Banff focuses on satisfying visitor experience while protecting the heritage and wildlife at the same time. I found that the management plan focuses more on the visitor needs in order to improve the park. That is why I feel that VERP model would be useful to point out the needs of the natural resources along with the needs of the visitors. The fundamental management challenge for Banff National Park is to sustain both its enduring heritage values and its continuing social relevance in a changing world where neither can be taken for granted. Banff National Park is always looking at improving the overall look, protection, and attractions at the park. The management plan for Banff talks about redesigning the entrance area to promote traffic flow and decrease congestion in drive-through lanes. Also, to designate specific lanes for different vehicles types and consider a dedicated lane for first-time visitors. To protect wildlife, Banff wants to enhance wildlife fences and improve the functionality of wildlife crossing structures along the TCH. In regards to recreational opportunities, the park wants to provide integrated trails between the town, the Tunnel Mountain Campground, and adjacent areas of montane habitat. Also, there has been talk about developing a ring trail around the town that is fully wheelchair accessible. After reviewing the management plan for Banff National Park, I have noticed a trend of focusing on the concern of wildlife and visitor satisfaction. Therefore, I want to create a framework that looks at improving the hiking trails, campgrounds, and bike paths to protect the protection of wildlife and finding ways to improve the overall outdoor experience. I want to focus my attention on educating visitors by helping them gain a better understanding of the heritage of the park so they appreciate the natural beauty that it has to offer. Banff National Park attracts many people, especially to the town of Banff where there are shows and shopping available to visitors. The crowdedness of this area can lead to impacts that affect the park socially and environmentally. I feel that in order to improve this problem, the park should expand, but in a way that brings more visitors to the campground itself to appreciate the park for its natural beauty. I'm going to skip this slide. I'm going to skip this one as well. Visitor preferences can either turn out in a positive or negative way due to the fact that I am focusing more on the outdoor aspect of the park rather than the town itself. Some visitors are looking for improvements in the town while improving accommodations and shopping, which may result in a negative effect due to the little attention I am putting towards the town. However, there can be a positive effect on visitors that prefer to see newer and more improved trails, campgrounds, and bike paths, because I will be increasing my improvements on more of the outdoor activities and opportunities for the park visitors. Monitoring management is a way to make sure the park is not only running smoothly, but also that it is safe and clean for visitors and wildlife. The park will be monitored through a reporting program that identifies various indicators, measures, targets, and trends that is reviewed, evaluated, and updated every 5 years. I'm going to skip this slide. This one as well. Visitor feedback and preferences makes it easier to understand what parts of the park need improving to better suit the needs of visitors. Modifications could be made through developing new trails so that visitors can experience new sceneries. New tourist attractions and facilities could also be modified to attract more visitors. And improvements on renting equipment such as canoes and bikes could help increase the overall satisfaction of visitor experience. I feel that the most significant part of the management process is trying to attract more visitors to the outdoor setting of the park rather than the shopping in the town. There is so much natural beauty that Banff has to offer through activities such as hiking, canoeing, camping, biking, and so many more. It is important that the management process improves on connecting the heritage of the park with the activities associated with the outdoors. Banff National Park has so much to offer. It is a beautiful and historical site to visit any time of the year. This is the website of the Banff Management Plan, and these are my resources. Thank you for listening.